Right, off to get married.
Is it that hard to get into it?
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Drive carefully.
Are we all ready?
Joe, come and admire the view. Such as it is this morning.
Looks like I'm going to the office actually.
The nuclear bomb codes.
Okay,
Yes.
there's Jill. Lovely outfit.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Switch it off.
Right, how do I switch it off?
Press again.
To the mingling first now. Sorry.
Designer impression with it.
I just look like a dog.
Open this too. You have to be a paper friendly. You break this way. Cousin Stuart. Don't. Do you know he's on my Are you on there? Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Everybody looking at me. Come on, cheer up. Thank you.
Said another one in the grave last night.
He's had.
Sorry, Jill.
Well, I would do that, Rob.
Saving audio. I
Right.
WC,
Are you ready, chaps? That looks great. Absolutely fantastic. So you wear these all the time, don't you? Thank you. Right, chaps.
Second, everybody. There you are, Andrew.
Right, so are you ready now? I think I'll play.
Real shuffle down.
Not too high, I suggest. Right. Not like that, as you might be tempted.
Throw on three. Throw on three.
1, 2, 2.5, late. 2, 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. That's better, thank you. Okay, great, thank you. Can you use this for the confetti? Just move to the side, just round the back of the side. Can you just...
Wet rice.
Just move to the side.
Boiled egg fried.
Confetti, Hannah.
Not seeing much of the car here. Two, 3. Wonderful.
Right, come on, you team, look this way. We got one point.
Count up.
Yeah, come on then.
2, 2.5, 3. No.
Your hat will fit now.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You've got confetti on you, sweetheart.
It's Tracy.
Thank you. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you.
Take one through the front door. The front. If you want.
I'll probably be better here. I'll just
You
see.
can fold the seat forward. That's all.
Can you? Oh, that'll be even better if you can do that. Yeah.
It's okay, David, carry on.
All right, you get yours.
Jill.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Jill.
Tell us how to get the car. Anything could happen. Oh.
Sorry.
Melanie.
Jill, let me take one.
Hello, Norman.
Does it work?
Round the bride and groom there.
Delegated everything at Ned's wedding. Right, you're an usher, aren't you? You can't even get everything.
How's your batteries?
New model of camera, is it?
It is.
How's Paul? All right. Yeah, it's going to...
It's to one side, so you can bend it at the end like that. It's only about that big. Are you working out?
You just want to... Can you just change places?
This is the manufacturer of the cake and it's absolutely beautiful.
Hands as I'm going to have to put on today.
It's a shame just to take your hands. You look so lovely together there.
No, stop zooming in on me.
You zooming.
Just take one of these off.
There's quite a few left.
Jill, did you get me? Oh, wow, cheers. with her as well, Joe. There's a sound in there as well.
Yes.
You need your brother in it, and he's going out for a fag. Hello, Jill.
Hello, Duncan.
Stuart's about to start the drinking games.
Is he?
We went to Stuart for a wedding. No, the problem is we got us all free wine.
I want to go on the record that Stuart's a bad influence.
No, he has to switch.
You can't get your clubs in a Ferrari.
He's Patrick.
Who is it, Seth? Laura Davies. Yeah, that's right there. I read the article there. Talking about cars.
We've been talking about it, but we'll talk cars.
Yeah, I think really appeals to you if it has to make a statement. I don't think the BMW 5 Series is
Come and sit down, Tracy.
Ian's special chocolate cake made by Cathy. Cutting of the mini chocolate cake.
But the speech will be brief. Having said that, though, it's often said that those people that
have the least to say, take the longest time in saying it. But nonetheless, we'll plough on because Andy has quite an entertaining little sketch for you.
Thank you, Harold. No pressure at all.
Well, firstly, I'd just like to say that it's probably the one and only occasion I will ever have to be able to speak without fear of contradiction or being answered back from my beautiful daughter. So, on this occasion, I have been told also that there are certain things that I must not say and certain issues that mustn't really be disclosed here tonight, but I'll give you a couple of examples of those. There was a time, and I'm sure some of the certainly friends and neighbours of ours in particular that remember when we moved into our current house, it was painted a beautiful shade of Cambridge blue, and it was painted that colour because the previous occupier was celebrating the successful graduation of his son from Cambridge University. But we decided we'd have it painted white because everybody said, oh, you bought the blue house on the corner. So we decided we'd have it painted white, and we duly appointed a contractor to carry out the work. And after some considerable time, Tracy, having very studiously watched these people, she approached the, shall we say, elderly one of the two gentlemen in the team of two that was carrying out the work, and after studying him for a considerable time, looked up at him and said, "Are you nearly dead?" To which obviously he replied, "Well, love, I sincerely hope not." That's clever, that. And then there was the time, and I'm sure, I don't know, where's Jean and Alf? Jean and Alf in the room will certainly remember this one. There was a time when Tracy walked around the house for month after month, both inside and outside the house, believe it or not, with a piece of wood on a length of rope. She did this purposely and consistently on the basis that we wouldn't buy her a dog. Obviously, it goes without saying that eventually we did buy a dog, but the inanimate object that she did drag around had to be fed and watered as well. Quite an attachment grown to it there. Really, I'd like to move on to Ian now because it would be unfair to leave him out. In fact, you've noticed the link, please.
From the dog.
Yeah. Let me try and set the scene a little bit. It was supposed to be our first meeting, a meet the family, as it was. What's the matter, Ian?
Just pointing out that it's rock solid.
There was myself, Kathleen, Tracy, somewhat nervously, sat waiting. The meeting had been arranged for about a week or so, and the allotted time was 7 o'clock. Little trepidation, as you can well imagine, on all parts. Anyway, 7 o'clock came and went. 7:30. 8 p.m. came, also went. Still no sign of Ian. By this time, Tracy is pacing the floor. Little out of patience, perhaps. A little anger emerging, as you can well imagine. Anyway, still no sign of Ian. I'm sure you can all guess where he was at the time, because the vicar unknowingly alluded to it this morning, but he was in the pub. And he never did get there. He had one very close friend to thank for this, because he'd been talked out of actually visiting. Now that friend gave me a completely different story in the Rose and Crown last night. The real story, I'm led to believe, and we won't mention his name, we don't want to embarrass him. He is of Italian descent. and his last name rhymed with Welly. He sat on this table. Anyway, not too difficult considering Ian's fate, of course. He was talked out of it by his good friend Rob, saying, look, if you don't want to go, I just wouldn't bother turning up.
That's exact words.
The nice people, they'll understand. However, today is in fact a testament to the fact that he did eventually turn up. Another arranged meeting, and I don't think he dare miss on that occasion. On a more serious note, I think, and I am closing now, so the brevity is in fact here as proof, but I think we've heard a lot of late regarding marriage. We hear a great deal these days, and we're told that it's going out of fashion, that it's a lottery. All the prizes in this lottery are indeed blanks. But I think here today, there's no doubt in my mind, and I'm sure Kathleen and Jill and Peter can be included in this, but I think genuinely that Ian has truly secured his prize, and that Tracy has by no means drawn a blank. So in the days of knocking marriage and failed marriages sadly that do happen, it's nice to see a young couple so committed and so much obviously in love as Tracy and Ian. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to toast to a long life together, to their prosperity, but most importantly and above all, to the continued happiness of the bride and groom.
The bride and groom.
Short and sweet.
Thank you, Harold, for those kind words.
You're welcome.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming today and for your wonderful presents. I'm sure the apron and cooking utensils will come in handy there. First of all, I'd like to thank Kathleen for all the wonderful help organising the wedding, and in particular for the cake she produced. The effort that goes into making such a cake. All lots of toil. And the final stage it actually requires sanding down. I used my angle grinder, but that was repeated. Thank you, Kathleen. I'd also like to thank Mum, who's videoing me, for all your help in the wedding, in particular for the flowers in the church. It's wonderful. And I think Tracy got some flowers to give to you both.
I can stand up.
You'd like me to take it?
Thank you.
I'd also like to thank both the dads for all their input. Some more than others probably. And obviously the vast generosity. And I think we have a bottle of wine each.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course I'd like to thank the bridesmaids who've done a wonderful job today, looking pretty. And if you could come up. Georgie, Anne, Harrod, and Liz. Not bad for you to do.
Yes, Georgie, you do have to get up.
Come here. I'd also like to thank Pat for the wonderful flowers that she's done for Tracy, and Colin for his reading. Colin, I think there's a present on your table actually. Yeah, got that? Tracy's just going over with a present from Pat. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my ushers for doing a fantastic job today. Your present's in the pipe, so I'll give you that one later on. We've also got a present for the Page boys, Thomas and Oliver, and Hannah. Are you going to take that one? I'd also like to thank the best man, but I'm going to reserve judgment on that until I see what you say about me this week. Finally, I could propose a toast to the bridesmaids. You could all charge your glasses and be understanding. The bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. Well done.
Thank you.
Just talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes.
Everybody's got that,
When Ian asked me to be his best man, I can honestly say it was a great honour, and I'm proud to stand here today, both as his older brother and as a genuinely very good friend. So I guess my job today is to transition things from what have been